Hey guys, Jay Powell, welcome to Test This Tech, and today I actually wanted to show you guys how you can turn M8 Headless into actually a wireless server. So if you are someone who has a device, you want to use the M8 software, but you don't want the microchip that you need for M8 Headless to attach on the device that you're using, this is a way where you can just make M8 Headless a server, meaning you can plug your M8 Headless Teensy into a computer device and have it be a server where you can use whatever device wirelessly to use M8 Headless. And how we do that is through Moonlight. Now, I do have to give credit to my guy L Summers. We also make music together. Slight, quick, shameless plug. We made an album, Black on Top. If you're a fan of hip hop or what have you, check it out. Link is in the description. Now, he actually brought this idea because we were working on, music and stuff. And yeah, you can actually use Moonlight, which is usually made for gaming, for M8 Headless, which is kind of insane. Now, there's a couple of things you have to use or to know and to do that I'll kind of walk you guys through how to do it. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is figure out what type of device do we want to use as the server to attach the Teensy into for the M8 Headless wireless server idea. So I'm going to use the ROG Ally for this demonstration, just because this has a pretty powerful chipset in here. So when it comes to streaming everything and being able to have this as a server, this should be a pretty good option. Pretty good option. Obviously, you can use mad other computers or whatnot, but just for this demonstration, we're going to use the ROG Ally. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the Moonlight website. Okay, there's two apps that you need. One is going to be the app that you need to put onto your computer that you're going to use as a server. So I need to download what's called Sunshine. I know it's kind of ridiculous, but that is what you first need. You need to download the Sunshine application directly through Moonlight. Now, I do want to preface here, when you install it and you turn it on, it is going to give you an error message saying that this is not a secure network. Are you sure you want to do this? You just want to bypass it, go to the advanced settings and then bypass it and then allow anyway to go to the site. Because the thing is that when you go to the site, that is where you create your password information for the server. So when you are using whatever device that you want to bring with you to connect to your server for M8 Headless, you have to use that password information to sign in. So it's going to look a little weird when you first install it and turn it on. It's going to give you like this weird error message like, oh, this isn't secure. This is a normal thing. Just go to the advanced settings and then just click install anyway. The next thing you want to do is that you want to go to the Sunshine website, and it's going to ask you to create your username and your password. So you want to obviously remember that, and then you want to save it. Once you do that, then you want to go to the device that you want to use for M8 Headless. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what I have here. So when you do sign in, it's going to look something similar like this. Okay, similar like this. And the first thing you want to do, the next thing you want to do is use the device that you want to connect wirelessly. And I'm going to use my iPad. I'm going to use my iPad here for that. And then you just need to download the Moonlight app from the App Store. You just go to Moonlight, download it. It's going to look... it's going to look something like this. So this is the same icon. It looks the same when you're downloading on Android or whatever the case may be. Okay. So we're going to open up Moonlight. And then the cool thing about the iPad, the neat thing about that is that it already gives you touchscreen controls that you can actually use for M8 Headless as well, which is really neat. There's desktop. So we're going to select desktop. Okay. All right, and here we are. So when you do have everything set up, it is going to ask you to put in a pin. It'll have a pin that'll pull up on the device you want to use for M8 Headless. You're going to want to go to your device and type that in onto your server before you continue. So the one thing that's important, if you are planning on exiting the area in which your server is, you want to type that information before you leave. So you're not somewhere and you're like, man, I want to use the M8 Headless, and then you realize that you don't have access to it. So I'm going to plug in my Teensy, which has the SD card in here for M8 Headless when it comes to the samples and everything. Plug this in here. All right. And then the next thing is you just go to the website and you go to m8.run. And the nice thing about this is that you have a little mouse that you can drag. So I just open up a second tab on here. And then voila, check it out, which is pretty crazy. So I'm going to go to full screen. It's just the little hamburger icon. Go to full screen here. And here we are, M8 Headless, wirelessly, no Teensy on the back. And the great thing is that for these controls, they are already mapped out for M8 Headless because that is how M8.run is set up. So my X is my shift. I press and hold X, takes me to the different menus and whatnot. And then the music plays out here. Plays directly from my iPad as well. So I can plug in my headphones or whatever the case may be if I'm really trying to hone in the sound or what have you. But this is really awesome. Really awesome. And this is on my iPad 11 M8.run, and I'm using Moonlight. So very cool. I just wanted to share that with you guys. A really neat option if you want to use M8 Headless on multiple different devices and wirelessly. It's pretty wild. So let me know your thoughts. Again, test this tech. I'll catch you guys next video.